sweat all over her face. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "What are you like? Are you using like a bass drum? Like, what the fuck are you hammering around here?" And then I got this letter being like, they found out I was a musician, so they're like, "Oh, you know, you can't work in this. This is not a live-work space." Shit. I'm like, "Is it a live-live space?" It's really bad. I know for myself as a writer, I would become really disengaged and disenfranchised with Bedouin, and that wasn't because of that was because of me, not because of anyone else. We weren't happy anymore. We weren't, you know, we were going on every night. We played. One time we got a call from our agent, and we played. Like they said, "Oh, you played more shows than James Brown this year," like when he was alive, and. We were going on every night, and it wasn't for any purpose, you know. And as a writer, you want to be doing it because there's a reason, and there was no reason anymore. And we started to really dislike each other. And so there was a lot of changes that had to happen, but tour was keeping us into the stasis of where we started, which was basically when we were 18. Me and Jan were in a dorm room, you know.
Yeah.
So I needed to take a break, and I needed to figure out what I was doing in life, because I was doing a lot of strange things.
Yeah.
So it was soul purging. It was sort of trying to get back to why I liked music and just what it means to be human. Well-worn path was never something I would walk. Most guys you meet in bands are completely emotional wrecks. That's why they're in bands.
Yeah.
It's like the last place you can go if you're kind of like a lost boy. It's the last place you're going to go to not work, you know, and not grow up and deal with your emotions all day or something, you know. So I haven't been on tour with a band that someone in that band isn't having some sort of crisis, because every night you're expected to be, no matter how you feel, you're then going on stage and putting yourself out there. And then there's no real place for you to kind of have any privacy in terms of dealing with something, because you're supposed to deal with what you're supposed to deal with in the public almost, you know? So Bright Lights and Bruises are kind of like, okay, I'll go on stage every night. It's almost, you feel somewhat like a fighter at some point. You're like, okay, I'll go on stage and there's some bright lights on you, and then the bruises, get rid of those quick, you know, because it doesn't matter, you got to keep going, you know? And after a while, you're just going to get totally beaten up. There's some things that you're just not going to overcome. So the ability to walk away is something that is so hard to learn. You know, to just walk away from something, just like let it happen and lie down. Don't try to stand up to something and that you're not going to ever overcome. Whatever it is in life, whether it's a situation or something, that's who you are. And I think if you can lay your ego down and just say, this is, you know what, I'm powerless, and give yourself to something else, then I think that gives you ultimate freedom, and that's the only thing I'm still trying to grasp. I think most people are egoless, you know, like they don't have an actual ego, so we build these things around us to compensate for that, right? Like, so I'm an insecure individual, so I need this on my wall to tell you who I am, or what clothes I wear, and what music I listen to, and what I like and what I don't like, as opposed to just letting yourself be. Someone said the best songs written are when you're either running away or running to God. So I like Bono.
What?
Yeah. But you know what? He's right. Yeah, you wish it was like Nick Cave or someone.
Yeah.
But